I'd like to try the best I can to answer a question that I have been repeatedly getting from my students, and it sounds like a very straightforward and simple question. Unfortunately, it may not be as simple as you think. Students continually ask me what is required for this course. The simple answer is a 70% cumulative average on all assignments. Simple. However, that doesn't really answer the question at all. Because the vast majority of your grade comes from tests. So really, you need to keep up with your homework and quizzes and labs. Clearly, otherwise you've got a major deficit. You cannot pass the course unless you keep up with them. But you can get 100 on all the homework, 100 on all the quizzes, 100 on all the lab, and end up with 39% in the class, which is an absolute complete failing grade if you got zeros on the test. So let's delve into this concept just a little bit deeper. You need to learn the material. The homework is designed to help you learn the material. The quizzes are not really designed to test you at all. They're very little part of your grade, 16%. They're actually there to show you where you're at in the course so that you understand how well prepared you are for the test at that point in time for that amount of homework. That's really what the quizzes are. The labs are designed to expose you to the type of extended questions you will have on the final exam. So really, everything you're doing in this course at the end really is only a small amount compared to the tests. The tests are the vast majority of this course if you want to pass this class. You need to carefully think about what it means to be required. So let's talk about what I have assigned you. Now, homework 1.3 is part of your homework grade. Homework mastery 1.3 is not. The review homework 1.3 is not part of your grade. Is it required? Yes, absolutely. You will fail this class. Let me repeat that very carefully. You will fail this class, or at least you've drastically increased your chances of failing this class if you don't do it. But I don't give you any points. It doesn't really matter. You need to really think about this very carefully, and these are the type of choices that determine whether you pass or not. You need to choose to pass. If you're taking a history class and the professor asks you to read a chapter and that you're going to get a test on that chapter that you've read, guess what? No one gives you a grade for the reading. You're working hard, you're reading it, you might highlight it, you might take notes, you might go back and read it 2 or 3 times, and yet you won't receive a single point for reading it. So does that mean that the reading assignment was not required? No, you will fail the course if you don't read the book for a history class. You will absolutely fail the course. Why? Because you won't be prepared for the test. In a math course, there is no book to read. There are problems to master. And you're not going to get a point every time you do something in this class. Just like you're not going to get a point in your history class for reading the book. You're not going to get any points for going back and highlighting the book. You're not going to get any points for taking notes in the book. No, you'll be tested on it, and that will determine whether you fail the class or whether you pass the class. So, the homework reviews and the homework masteries You don't get any credit for doing them. They are absolutely required if you want to pass. If you don't understand that, you're going to fail my class. You're going to ask me, what did I do wrong? And I'm going to tell you right now, you didn't do what was required to pass the course. You have to learn the material. If you're not willing to put in the time and energy to learn the material, you don't pass. So if you consider passing the requirement for this course, then the homework mastery is required. The homework review is required, because that's what you need to do to pass my test. If you don't do them, you're not going to pass my test. That is the requirement of this course, that you pass my tests. So, that is a personal choice whether you do them or not. Are they required? 100% absolutely they are required if you expect to pass my course. Am I going to give you points for working hard in this class? Yes, for some things. For everything you do? No. There is no class that you will ever take in college that gives you points for studying, that gives you points for reading, that gives you points for preparing to take exams. You get your points on the test. That's when you earn the points for doing the homework mastery. That's when you earn the points for doing the homework review, because that is the preparation that you will be rewarded on the test by passing. You will be rewarded in the class by being successful. If you do not do that required work, it will show on your test and you won't pass the course. So if for you passing the course is required, then for you the homework mastery and review is absolutely required.